a powerful Atlantic storm that formed near the Cape Verde Island in a weak tropical storm Irene is rapidly changing for the forecast to become the first hurricane in 2025 season, moving northwest toward the West Atlantic. Models show the system could reach major hurricane range over the weekend, causing contact to Bahamas, Bermuda, and other parts of U.S. East Coast in the coming week. Forecast emphasizing to uncertainty about the exact routes, but most forecasts indicate that the storm will pass in north of Caribbean, creating a wide cone of possible approaches that could cause large waves, dangerous currents to coastal life flooding in southwestern mid-island coast without making landfall. Coastal communities are already being advised and monitor updates to prepare the dangerous waves and beach erosions. Meteorological that rapidly intensification is possible to Irene entire waters and relatively favorable wind conditions, with the key cause of tropical storm turn into much more destructive hurricane in a matter of days. This complicates the task of emergency service will be masquerade the worst case scenarios while avoiding false alarms. Washington state was hit by a powerful Pacific storm that brought heavy rain, stormy winds, and early snow in the mountains from the coast of the Cascade Range. River along to I-5 corridor overflowed the banks, and landslides blocked key roads connected Seattle, Tacoma, and Bellingham. In the east, torrential rain swept through the Sparkle region, saturating soil and that had already have been wrecked by the dry summer. Emergency service reported rescue operations in low-lying area along the Cheltes and the Scudder rivers. The water rose half a meter or less than an hour. People and minutes, not an hour, say Battalion Chief Elena Ruiz and Puget South Fire Department. Along the coast, storm force wind knocked down trees and power lines, leaving tens of thousands of people in the dark and forcing some ferry service in Puget Sound to suspended operations. On the bases, heavy wet snow and freezing rain turned Snuggle Me and Stearns into dangerous corridors. With God, crews rocket through the night to clear standard tracks and remove everland hazards. Travel is possible but not only absolutely necessary, warning spokesman.
Una macchina è andata. Porca troia!
The economic impact have been profound. Small fish farms and other farms have been severely affected by the increasing soldierly. Citrus, orange, and vineyards planted weeks at standing water, which had led to root and the speech of the decrease. For the medicinal workers and independent shop owners, even the short clothes theatering their livelihood, which already based on small profits. Scientists and planners have all of the storm stock. Example, the study rising sea levels, warming air, clouded drainage system make Florida particularly vulnerable. We are seeing a complicating effect, sea level rising the reason the baseline and a heavier rainfall in the feeling that to use be safer buffer, said the coastal resilience researcher. Political debates over dune zoning and upgraded drainage system will undoubtedly intensify and communities tell the damage. But amidst the ruins they are small but the resilience and the hope. Volunteers cut off fallen oak trees and the chainsaw during the day and deliver hot meals on the night. An intense weather from the swept across California, dumping torrential rain from the coast to the Sierra and turned millions tourists to the fast-flowing rivers. Communities from the Los Angeles to the Bay Area and the Central Valley forced flash flooding landslides in the area affected by the wildfires, and the river levels have pushed all dams to their limits. In the Sacramento, St. John's Delta and along the American River of Shell Roost and the rainforest levels and the stacked sandbars and the overflowing canals sended infrastructure built for the different climate. States and federal agencies have accelerated dams to the flood protection project after a dangerous situation, but the residents remain nervous and inspiration as it separates erosions and the weak spots. Agriculture and small businesses are counting their losers. Flooded fields, dumped winter crops and damaged banking plants, filtering comments, all discredited things in the previous disaster. Analyzing one then, insurance payments were the counts and the only factors by the losers. Much of the economy is bordered falls and insurance producers on the local economies. The situation for the people is dire. Risk from the ranging water, power outage and shelters filling with the families and pets. Officials are printing simple life-saving rules, turn around, down, document damage for the insurance claims, obey evacuation orders when the through planning said that the season should prove California and the strengthen levels, updates from the drainage system and the rethink development in vulnerable floodplains. On Wednesday, the Alaska coast abridged the more rain and wind after destruction storm destroyed two small ingredients villages, killing at least one person and leaving more than 1,400 people homeless. Over the weekend, the reminder of a time when Halong swallowed into the remote communities of Yulin-Kulish Delta in the southwestern parts of the state, bringing strong winds, rain, and record storm surge that washed away some homes. The Coast Guard rescued dozens of people from their homes after the buildings were washed out at sea. At least one person died and two are missing. The communities in Kipnak, with a population of 715, and Kiwigor, the population of 318, were hardest hit with every home damaged by the storm. The situation of Kinpak is catastrophic. Let's not attack crossed. The Mark Robert left the State Emergency Operations Center said during the press conference on Tuesday. We are doing everything we can to continue to support this community, but the situation is bad, as you can imagine. State officials acknowledged the people are suffering and said they are working as quickly as can. We need to provide people with a safe place where they can warm up, eat and get help. We are working quickly to this, but it takes time.